What's up, everybody? Hello and welcome to a new series on the Blue Screener channel. This is Tale of Immortal. Now, if you're like me, you've probably never heard of this game until this very moment. If you're finding this video and you've searched this game, you're in for a treat. Tale of Immortal is a cultivation game built around the Eastern fantasy where you have cultivators, sects, martial artists, all types of mystical beasts and the like. And it's a genre that I really like to read about. I've read a lot of novels about it. And I found this game a while ago, browsing through my Explore list on Steam, and I saw a lot of people who had written reviews here with thousands of hours in this game. And that interests me. Rarely do you see a game that has people putting in that many hours. For me, I've played EU4 for a ton of hours, but this game isn't exactly that same niche. It's kind of like a Mountain Blade with very distinct and different style. It's produced by a Chinese studio, and for the longest time it hasn't had English support. You can see here it's still in alpha, but we're gonna give it a try. We're gonna play through. If we look at here, you can see I've played two games. This one on the left is a demonic cultivator, and the one on the right is a righteous cultivator. If you don't know what that is, I'll explain it later. But you can see I got 5 years in, and we each made it to the foundation stage. That's the second stage, and there's 9 stages. I think 9 or 10 stages. I think Transcendent is the 10th stage of cultivation. And we're 5 years in, and each like turn is a day. To give you an idea of, you know, how long this game can go, especially with cultivation, because you can be technically immortal. But without further ado, we're just gonna dive right in. You have some difficulties here. Normal was real easy. Hard wasn't too bad. I'm kind of getting the hang of the game as I go. But I debating doing Nightmare. But the thing about Nightmare is that if you die before reaching the 6th stage of cultivation, your game's over. And this is a Let's Play. And I don't want to do that. So, let's go in hard mode. We'll go in hard mode. Normal amount of NPCs. And here we get to make our character. Now, for the sake of Let's Play, I think we're going to do a righteous cultivator. If this series is the bomb and I want to come back to this game at some later date, maybe we'll do a demonic cultivator, but for now, righteous is just easier. When you're a demonic cultivator and you start killing people, their family tends to hunt you down and slaughter you. I don't want to have that happen. It's really annoying. So be a good person. Let's start with our name. I'm just going to randomize this until we get a name that's fun. Zhongwei. Maybe I'm just going to do like a Dynasty Warriors name here. Who's my favorite character from Dynasty Warriors that I really like? I would say Guan Yu, but that's like played out. We'll be just Zhang Fei. Did I spell Shang right? Oh no! Oh, here's what we'll do. We'll be Yuan Shao. Yuan Shao from Dynasty Warriors. There we go. Great. And he's going to be an upstanding... We're not going to look anything like Yuan Shao from Dynasty Warriors. But he's going to either be... We can choose our internal traits. This doesn't really matter. It's just kind of your disposition, how your character is. We'll do upstanding. You know, we like our friends and we don't like our enemies. Kind of decent. For our external traits, kind of going with our nature here. Let's be protective. You know, we're gonna keep people safe, and loyal to friends, right? Don't fuck with us. That's our whole get up. Let's do our stats and our appearance here. Well, first let's do the appearance. What are we going for here? I kind of don't like a lot of these hats they have. They're kind of just all over the place, and I don't tend to like it. So we'll just go with something easy. We'll go with like they all have long hair because it's cultivation, and everyone has long hair because they don't have barbers in ancient China. go with this. Get up. Double bangs. Sure, double bangs for Yuan Shao. I also chose this name because I know how to pronounce it. And there's going to be a lot of names that I do not know how to pronounce. We'll do like a little updo in the back. Sure, we'll do something like that. Our hair is always blowing that way. He's got a terrible cowlick. Eyes look fine, eyebrows look fine, everything looks fine. Let's change his outfit a little bit. And we're just going to be kind of a regal and chill cultivator here with our nice little yellow robes. And on our back, we'll just throw... These are big-ass swords. We'll do two... Are these like katanas or these normal swords? And we'll be happy. Oh my god, he just winked at me. There we go. That works. Now for our stats. You get to choose 3 of these things called destinies. These are like your special traits. They give you good bonuses, and you can reroll them as many times as you want to get new traits. And there's different stats involved. These are your stats down here. We can go through these later, but the thing to really catch here is that these martial, spiritual root, and artisan stats you can get up naturally in game. These stats over here are a lot harder to get up. Things like your combat stats and some of your general stats will only increase as you go through the game and actually advance. So things like the chosen one here that increase your luck, your travel speed, and your charisma, very good. Luck's really hard to get. Intelligence pretty nice here, but it brings your mood down. More health is always a good thing. Water root would look. I'm gonna kind of intelligence nice, but like I don't like having our mood pretty low. Because mood is something I hate to have to deal with. We'll keep rolling a couple times. Blood of the Dragon's cool. All of these kind of suck. Besides it, true love. We could start with a partner. I don't think you can. I think it's always gonna be a woman partner. I don't think they allow same sex in this game. Alchemy, insight, reputation, and righteous. No, we'll keep scrolling. Here we go. Defense, insight, and righteousness. That's pretty good. Phoenix Grace, sword, fire, charisma's good. Everything else is bad. And charisma's okay. Not too in love. I'm looking for a really good roll here. Insight, righteousness, and max mood. That is pretty sick. Of nature, lifespan's pretty good. Feng Shui, or is that feng shui? Is that how that's pronounced? For some reason, my tooltips are starting to go away. Yeah. Okay. Give me 3 good ones. Fleet Flute is great. Travel speed, oh, wonderful. Okay, this is interesting. The Dragon's Aura is very interesting. This basically spawns a sect at the start of the game. That's like your ancestral sect. You're supposed to take it over as like, you know, the heir of the dragons. Which we can go for. We'll have that included as our guy. And then do we have a last one that I really like here? Okay, I'm kind of think I'm min-maxing this a little bit too much, but I'm gonna pause here and I'm gonna go for like this perfect roll, since if I spend hours in this, I want the best start, even though this stuff kind of doesn't matter too much. But I'm gonna min-max it, so I'll see you guys when I have a good selection here for our destinies. All right, I think I know what we're gonna do. We have 4 of the golden ones here. Gold doesn't necessarily mean they're the best, but they tend to have really good modifiers. We're gonna go for Fleet Foot. This makes us travel faster and have more agility, and agility affects our combat speed, and you'll see with the combat that you really want to be able to move fast. It'll save you a lot. We'll go for Inherited Luck, gives us Charisma, and then we're going to go for Cursed. It gives us Attack, gives us Crit, 2 things which are really hard to come by, and then it gives us Demonic. So we're going to have a little bit more demonic leaning, but we can work towards getting more righteousness in our our character. So we're just going to have a Dark and Sad Past, which I guess fits for Yuan Shao. But with that, we'll take it and we'll go to the game. We're gonna have a moment here where it makes all of the world. It loads that, and that normally takes quite a while. So I'll bring you back once we're done with generating the world. All right, here we go. You have a unique understanding of movement. No matter the destination, you always arrive the earliest. You're known to be the fastest person in town. You're the grandchild of the chosen one, and your luck is positively explosive. Despite you often getting yourself in dangerous situations, you always manage to turn calamities into blessing. You were born a meatball. You were born a meatball, which terrified your whole village. It was a stormy day. Murky clouds covered the whole sky, and the roof of your house was struck by lightning many times. When you were 5, your village chief was scared to death when he saw you lifting a millstone. We were a strong meatball. No one in your village likes you. Oh, but you couldn't care less what others think of you. You know what you want. One day, as you were playing in the back mountains, you walked into a bamboo forest. The atmosphere in the forest is eerie. It's as though no one has ever been here. The sound of the breeze seems to be guiding you into the depths of the forest. A stone table catches your attention. You feel yourself drawn towards it. Where am I? You can call it Ghost Valley. Who are you then? You can call me Zhang San. I am going to apologize now. I'm not going to pronounce a lot of these names right, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You know, I don't know Chinese or Cantonese or Mandarin. But, you know, I'll try my best. Is this a Go board? Yes, this round of Go has been going on for 3,000 years. It didn't have a start nor will it have an end. You can call this board the map of the immortal world. Who am I? Where was I from? Where will I go? Good questions. Very good questions. Let's play around first, my friend. You may place the first stone. So, at the start of the game, you have the option to choose 3, let's call them artifacts. Actually, we'll call them relics, because artifacts are a thing in this game. You could choose the Eye of Providence, the Bagua Jade, or the Mythical Gourd. The Eye of Providence is an ancient treasure that allows you to see further on the world map and also lets you see the contents of cultivators' inventories. You can also see the weaknesses of monsters and gain insights into their skills for your own use. When in danger, it will trigger. Legend has it, Emperor June used this artifact to observe the realm he ruled. Nothing can be hidden from the Eye of Providence. This artifact, along to giving you extra sight and letting you see cultivators' inventories, the big thing with this is that there's mystical beasts, and if you defeat the mystical beast, there's a chance that you'll unlock one of their moves, and you can use it as like an ultimate move or a super move, which is pretty cool. The next item is the Bagua Jade. This was the first item made in the game, first implemented. You can always revive yourself as long as you have Bagua Jade points. The Jade can be separated into 2, and you can give your other half to another person. Thus, you two could care for each other's lives during the journey. The universe was complete chaos until Pangu separated the sky from the earth, and the Bagua Jade was created during this process. It contains the laws of heaven that no one can comprehend. Basically, this item, it's a get-out-of-jail-free card. If you die, you can be revived, and you can also give it to your best friend, your wife, or whatever in the game, and you can summon them to help you in a fight. So, really handy if you make friends with someone who's a really high cultivation level, and they can come and save your ass if you ever get in trouble. But we're not going to be going for that. We're going to be going for the third item, which is the Mythical Gourd. Existing from the beginning of time, this artifact can absorb monsters into it and refine them. After refining, the monsters will be intelligent and will follow your orders. It is said to be the artifact of Yuan Shi Qianzhu, the lord of primordial beings, before he became an immortal. Its owner can refine monsters in it for future uses. This turns the game into Pokemon. And I like Pokemon, so we're going to go with the Mythical Gourd. It's also, there's an aspect of this that I found to be really strong in my 2 playthroughs that we're going to go with. So we're going to go with this item. Without further ado, let's get in there. This is, what's this place and who exactly was that elder man just now? The ghost tells us to go to Shan Yuan Mountain. Come to the mountain, I will always be waiting for you at the mountain. Who are you and where's this mountain? The voice has faded away. Let's go to the mountain. Let me talk to some people around here to see if anyone knows this place. We'll take the pop-ups, even though I kind of know how to already play the game. This is how battles are fought. It's kind of like the old 2D style. There's murder in the air. And this is the main combat screen. Not the most advanced, not like Mountain Blade or something, or like other 4X games. Young cultivator, you would like some sweet, delicious poison mushroom. Death is guaranteed after a bite. Mushroom Man. It's very delicious. It makes my mouth water. Oops, I ate it all myself. And we've caught our first Pokemon. Great. How did this happen? He's been refined. It's all your fault. You should compensate me. Get me out of here now. And that's our first Pokemon, and we can now summon him to help us in fights. Anyway, this is the way combat works. Love it or hate it. I don't think it's too bad. It's not my most favorite part about the game, but that's what it is. Impressive energy in more than one. Who are they? Good and evil can never coexist. I am the sex young... I am Sheng Chong sect Yongming branch disciple, and today I will take your life. She is a key refining early stage, so she's really not super advanced. She's about the same as us. And then a righteous one, nonsense, you're nothing but a sanctimonious fool. It's a fight you want, it's a fight you have. And this person's demonic and is in the key refining middle stage, so in a fight he would probably beat her ass. But there's a dragon. Alright, so this is the start. You can basically choose whether or not you want to heal or hurt these guys. And if you help them, you'll get invited to their sect, and if you kill them, you'll get their stuff. We're going to help both of them because we're just that good of a person. Thank you for helping me. I'm Tong Jiu, a disciple of this sect. Carry a recommendation letter. You appear to be a rogue cultivator. If you have nowhere else to go, you can use this recommendation letter for me until we meet again. Recommendation letter. And then we'll help the other dude, and we'll get his recommendation. Thank you for saving me. I'm a disciple of this sect. My sect sent out to look for talented new disciples when I ran into bandits. I have a recommendation letter. If you have nowhere else to go, come and find me at the sect, and we can be best buddies. We will take both of those. I'm not going to actually join those sects. I can explain that in more detail later, but I'm not going to worry about it. Now, there's a quest, a tutorial area that you can choose to do or not. I'm going to choose to skip it because I've done it before, and it's quite like you're like landlocked in this small area until you're done with the quest. And screw that. It just really introduces you to, the basics of how to cultivate here. We do get a spatial ring, which is like our inventory. We should be safe here. Your gourd is not bad. It's called the Mythical Gourd. Quite cozy, which makes me want to grow mushrooms here. Did a little research while inside the gourd. It appears your gourd can absorb refined monsters. And looks like they will change into what I am. Feels good. I really like this new look. I've decided I'll let you be my guard from now on. Make good use of your gourd to protect me in battle. Hee hee. Apart from turning you into my guard, this mythical gourd seems capable of many other things. I don't know how it exactly works, so you have to look into it. Keep up the good work, my personal guard. Basically, you can catch monsters and refine them, and then you can send your monsters out to gather stuff for you, which is where this gets really, really strong. We only have the one guy, and he's not going to be any good to do some scouting for us, which is a shame. Sect token I just received looks a bit different. What's going on? Anyway, there's a sect over there and a sect over there. We can choose to join one of them, but we'll probably stay rogue, at least for the first area. There's no rush to be in a sect. It kind of helps you early game. But I want to try being a rogue cultivator, at least for the first tier, just for my own experience here. So, we'll go through things as we see them. The first thing is we're going to go into this town here. This is the town interface. Their cities and their sects and their area is a little bit different. There's the tree vault, which is our storage. We'll store our sect letters in there because I'm just not going to deal with that. We have a couple manuals here we can learn to get new moves. We have some elixirs and some, well, they're both called elixirs, but these are like our health and mana. And we have our stone. Let us go and look at our inventory. We're going to equip our health pots and our mana pots and our quick slots, and we're going to put on our ring to give us some more inventory space. Looking at our stats, we can see we have like a natural predisposition towards wind. It's currently our strongest element, and as you can see, the game has gifted us some wind skills that we can learn just to get things started. We're also good at picking up herbs, which is going to be nice. I do want to learn our manuals. There's a little mini game to learn skills. It's kind of like a little quick time thing. And we're going to just pick up all of these things. So I think I have... Oh, fuck. Believe it or not, that is the first time I've ever fucked up one of these little games, and it's because I'm recording. Which tells you I'm terrible at this. But anyway, there's going to be a lot of like grinding things in this game, and I'm thinking I'm generally just going to show off what we do once, and then I'll do a bunch of jump cuts in between, you know, interesting things, whether or not I'm going to fight or I find something nice. Because it is cultivation, and cultivation is a marathon and not a sprint. Alright, but now we have both of our manuals learned. I can go to our skills section. You can see we have our martial skills, which is like our primary. You start with Aether Wind, but we're going to immediately put on Aerial Windblade, because it's just better. We can look and see what that's like. Well, I guess we'll have to do it. We also have our right click, which is like our special. It costs energy, and we'll have this one equipped. We have some mind skills, which are like passives. We have ultimates, which are ultimates, and then we have motion skills, which are like movement. We'll have to look at these as we get them. Headwind stacks. There's like builds you can do here. I'm not super good at it at this point in time, but we'll kind of just live with it. So we've already advanced to the end of this month because we've done all of our cultivation, but we can see there's an end where you can rest and regain your energy and focus. There's a market where you can buy and sell things. I actually do want the very first key refining pill. In a tavern, you can get information. You can also buy these things. But let's get some information. How do you earn spirit stones? You do quests. It's a pretty self-explanatory. Oh. I'd never knew you could get quests from that. That's awesome. How to use charms. You're so well informed. This is like DLC stuff. I only learned about the news recently. It said that a master cultivator and Yun Mo made a breakthrough in the art of drawing talismans and gained a lot of profit from famous sects where the charms are in his hand. How incredible. Someone even said that he rode on 7 stars and held a vengeful lightning bolt and told us about the power of the charms. Well, it's just a rumor, but as far as I know, never mind. If you're interested in it, you could ask for more information in other taverns. So you can learn how to build talismans, which are like consumable stuff. And you have manual pavilions, which is how you would go and learn new things. We're not going to go for these. This is the tutorial zone, so you can see these are free. They just cost money, which is spirit stones. Other places you'll need Mayor's Decree, or if you're in a sect, you'll need contribution points. All right. We're going to skip this month. We have a quest to take down this fort here. We're going to do that, but first we're going to go over here and cultivate. This is a zone where we have a bunch of key that's been gathered, and you can cultivate and progress up in level. So you can see we didn't get all the key because we've reached the bottleneck, and bottlenecks limit how far you can advance. You'll have to break through them in order to advance. If we hit our key over here, you can see we are at the key refining stage, and you can go all the way up to transcendent, and you have these different breakthroughs. Each breakthrough requires different materials. So let's break through the first stage. We'll use that pill we just bought, and that will free us up to do some more cultivation and make us pretty strong this early on. Breaking through is not the hard part. Breaking through is really easy. The hardest part is the next step, which is to upgrade to the next level. For that, you have to do a breakthrough. And there's 3 tiers of breakthrough. You can do the mortal, the earth, or the heaven. And depending on what tier you're at, you get different stats. So at the mortal tier, you'll get really bad stats, but it's real easy to do. You only need, an elixir and 1 of these things. At the foundation, you need 3 keys, which are like things you pick up. You need 2 of these. And at heaven, you need all 6 of these and 3 of these. So, it generally pays off to go for the highest, or else you'll be like a level 2 guy and you'll get your ass kicked by a level 1 guy because you just don't have a good foundation. Yeah, that's generally a theme in a lot of cultivation stories. All right, regardless, let's go and do this little fight here. Can we investigate? Ask for details. I'm the deputy of the fort. Our chief heard about the Is it because Cao Cao is it Sai? Sai girl's fame, good looks, inducted her with a group of his underlings. I tried to convince the chief to let her go, but he wouldn't hear of it. He pretty much lost his mind and forced himself upon her. Luckily, a skilled swordsman passed by and heard the girl's cries for help. When he realized what was happening, he chopped off our chief's head. I have no idea who the sword was in. He heard himself call him the Sword Shadow. I believe he must have already escorted the girl back home. They're bandits. I'm a cultivator. Kill them. Can you really ever trust bandits here? Oh, that's cool. So our right click summons those tornadoes, and our left click is this little movement thing. The more you play this, the more you kind of pick up like what each moveset does. Which is how I know this left click kind of isn't the best. You generally want in your left click something that will pierce through people, which this is not. But our right click's really pretty strong. Like that's some good AoE clear. But we might look for a different left click at some point in time. Gotta fight the bandit. Sadly, we cannot make this guy our Pokemon. He's a human. But that's an easy fight. Let's see if they actually had the girl. It's the deputy. He probably doesn't, just for the sake of plot, but we're going to try. Search the camp. You find some spirit stones and expensive-looking pearl hairpin. Oh, we can sell that. Next to the camp and are about to leave when you notice the deputy is still lucid. He's staring at the pearl hairpin in your hand with glassy eyes. Polyphen's here, yet I still have 2 wishes I need to fulfill. Please, would you help me with them? I'll repay you with something that can help you with your cultivation. We're righteous, so we will help him. First, my mother's getting old. After a few days, I sent someone to bring her a few spirit stones, but now I can no longer do so. Spirit stones in the sack are all I have. Please bring these to her and tell her sorry. Her son can no longer fulfill his filial duties. Second, please bring this letter along with pearl help in your hand to the girl. The letter is private, so please do not read it. And we will respect his wishes. He pulls out a jade charm from the inside of his clothes. This charm is the item that can help you with the cultivation I mentioned, and Immortal gave me it to my grandfather along with the words, when the world was first created, only those who have all 5 virtues may receive the blessing of the Immortals. No one in his family can figure out what that means, and now this item is all yours. Huh, okay. We will bury his body. And we're going to go back to our village over here. We'll give him all the spirit stones that we got. We could have given her more as like penance for killing him. But, you know, their son shouldn't have picked up banditry. That's not good. Following the band's directions, you arrive at town and find the girl. We will give her both the thing and the hairpin, because we're good people. You hand her the pearl hairpin and the deputy's letter. She rereads it and turns away motionless. After making sure the girl is left safely, you leave too. Wonder what the letter said. Alright. This is the tutorial area. You can see there's like these mountains that you can't get by. You have to get this teleporter to leave. And if we didn't skip the tutorial, we would have to go through the quest line, which is no fun. But now we're in the wide world of, I guess this is Murum. And without further ado, let's just keep exploring. There's a road not far from here. That's pretty far. Go and check out what town and sects are nearby. We're not going to go and follow the road. It's so far away, and it's not the way we want to go. If we open up the map, you can see we're in this tiny little corner. There's all this world to explore, and we will be exploring it piece by piece. So we're going to do some little walking around. We found our first town. That is a real town. And let's store some stuff. Our unknown letter. Now at this point, we're kind of in the general world where you kind of can grind. I think I'll show off kind of what the play loop looks like to start here, and then we'll start doing jump cuts. Looking at what this place has, they only sell things for our first tier, which is key refining. But they do have some decent stuff. Tell us about enigmatic stones. These are later. We'll hear about those later whenever we tier up. So our goal right now is to find some things that will be good for our progression. And the best way to kind of do that is going to be to grind. So, in my opinion, the first stage of cultivation you can kind of blast through really fast. It's not going to be too hard. And we're going to want to do bounties to get that done. Wind dues can be easy. We'll accept that one. You have these missions to go and help people perform geomancy and locate things. These missions kind of suck. These give you the same. We'll do some of these quests early on. Can I get all of these? Okay. Basically, these are quests to help people clear monster lairs. They're not hard. They just have you walk a certain ways away. Alright, Skip to our second month. It's becoming intensely hot all of a sudden. Suddenly a shadowy figure appears and comes rushing towards you. Help! Help! What's going on? Someone is shooting arrows at me and my brother and sisters. I'm all alone and have nowhere to run. Please help me. Who is he? Why does he want to kill you? I don't know. My brother and sister were feeling bored at home and decided to go traveling. We didn't expect to be attacked. Thank you, Sonny. Outrageous. Where is this person? He'll be here any second. You go. Leave him to me. If you don't mind, I'll be going. Goodbye. She's hurrying away as if she's lost something. Let's pick it up and check. And we have a movement speed. A movement technique, the empty tornado. Transform a tornado and run around for 3 seconds. Brez attacking people in daylight. This is no ordinary opponent. Cultivator has a girl clad in black come through this way. Says Hu Yi, which is like, it's as a god. Why are you looking for her? Because I have to kill her. And I'm going to stop this, because I know what this is. You will not have your way. I'll show you. We are righteous. We will go and fight Hu Yi. We have these pop-ups I should have turned off. And we have to fight Hu Yi. He's a big dude. He's pretty tall. He's at least like 7 foot. Alright, let's summon our dude. We've summoned our marshmallow man, our mushroom man. And he's gonna just throw mushrooms and do a lot of damage because they're very strong. Alright. Cultivator, listen to me. The girl in black is a 3-legged crow, and he said the words in red. What is a 3-legged crow? Put down your weapons and listen to me. We will talk. Now we leveled up our skills. Not long ago, a murder of monstrous 3-legged crows appeared in the world. They emit a terrible heat which causes the grass to die and the rivers to dry up. Wherever they go, death follows. I have vowed to eradicate them, but they are powerful and I don't stand a chance against them when they fight together. A few days ago, one of them fell to earth and I've been hunting her ever since, but still, she keeps avoiding me. Sorry I'm delaying you. Sometimes fate intervenes, Cultivator. Wherever those crows run off to, I'm going to tell them, teach. There's going to be some typos. It's, English was in alpha mode, so bear with me. They must be roosting not far from here. 3-legged crows are powerful. There's safety in numbers. So, that's the little quest line. We can't complete that quest line in our current stage. We can progress that, but it's pretty far away. Instead, we're going to go for some of our side quests here. So I think we had one that was over to our left that we're going to march towards. And we'll only do this for the first episode. For the rest of the episodes, I'll kind of be skipping through this. Suddenly you hear the deafening sound of drums coming from the forest. Going to investigate, you find a strange beast with the body of a horse and the teeth of a tiger. It has a white coat, a black tail, and a horn on its head, and it's facing off against some enormous tigers. Confirm. Watching the fight has enlightened you, and you can leave before anyone noticed, and you've picked up some stats. Nice. We love good random events. Would you like to enter the monster lair? We will enter. This is the place. There's a formidable monster inside. Let's go. We'll be providing support from behind. Which basically means he's going to let us do all the work because he's a terrible person. I'm going to have to get used to this build. I haven't done an air build before. So the attacks are different here. I've seen what they use, because the attacks you use are the same ones that the AI uses. So like, if and if I fight an air cultivator, he will have the same moves that I have, but I have to get used to this. I'm especially not a fan of the fact we don't have Pierce. Pierce is so good. My other builds I ran had Pierce, which is really nice, because you could just kill a bunch of the guys at once, but we'll get with it. Hellspawn. Can I catch you? Like the Pokemon you are. Excuse me, sir. Please get in my jug. Oh my god, he's going crazy. Please don't bite me. Ow, ow, ow. definitely feeling how weak we are. Absorb! And we got him. Nice. So, our guys come here. You didn't expect you to defeat the monster. Here's your reward. Gotta thank you for helping me. Take this thing. We will accept. We're not going to betray people just for, you know, what we get in a fairy level 1 dungeon. Not worth burning bridges and having lifetime enemies just for this garbage. Plus, you get stuff from just hunting monsters. But we've got some stuff here. We won't really go through it. Nothing here is super good. It's a lot of crafting goods. And we got our base level stuff. But we also leveled up our, looks like our right click to the next proficiency, which is cool. And what I'm really excited about is we caught another Pokemon. We have a Hellspawn. We are going to keep him. Master, I can change my form. If I can change my form, I'll be able to give you more help. I think this is the kind of guy that can transform. We are going to put this guy as our guard for now. I think he's generally better at most things than our... Yeah, he's just all around better than our Mushroom Man. Here I am, Master. I'll protect you. Thanks, friend. And we're going to take our spare Mushroom Man, and we're going to send him off to explore the world. Just kidding. He's going to seek for wisdom. With this, he can give us spiritual fruits, artisan books, and other things. We'll cover what those do whenever we get them. But long story short, they're going to help us improve these stats here. Which is why I think... that stuff's OP, because it's just really good here. Let's look over here. There's a question mark. There's fish in the river. We will fish with him. And he gives us some stamina, which is nice. Alright, let's run back towards town. Let's stop here. I want to see if there's another mission I can grab here. So we don't have enough wind dew to turn this in. That's going to take a while. For some reason, the walking sound keeps playing. Okay, is there one that's closer here, so I don't have to go all the way over here? Okay, nice. This man's just posted up above the entire town. Alright. This is considered to be hell difficulty. I'm gonna go and use some of these before we go in there. And let's go fight them. We're gonna use two of our wind dews. I know we need to turn those in, but we'll get a ton of those as the game turns on, and those low-level quests don't really matter. Alright, we gotta clear this place. You get really good at these. The good thing about wind is that it's so long range that you can tend to avoid getting hit a lot, which is pretty big, especially in these early fights. Like this is probably the worst enemy for us to fight, is that ice lady, because she is damn near impossible to dodge unless you have a movement technique, which at the time we don't. In fact, we have very little energy, which is kind of rough. My other character had a ton of energy, which was so nice. We are not going to have that luxury. Just gonna have to get by with our bog standard dude. Alright. Let's move downwards. So, let's talk a little bit about sex while we kind of clear this, since this is not the most intense combat thing, but sex in this game, they're really nice. You can basically level up with your sect and eventually become the sect leader and try to like take over the world, which is pretty cool. I think it's something we'll try to do at some point in this playthrough if it goes long enough. But the reason I'm going to try to avoid doing sex early game is that it tends to keep you trapped in one area. And I think when you're first starting out and you can advance through the stages very easily, you kind of benefit from being able to have like a lot of freedom to move around, right? Like you're not getting called back to do missions. You're not having to constantly teleport and do quests in the one little area, which is good. It'll also let us build up like our relationships more and not be like limited by, you know, what the sects want us to do. Plus, there's some cool benefits you get from not being a cultivator whenever you level up. Alright, let's summon our new guy, our Hellspawn. This guy is really annoying. He just jumps everywhere. You see the Hellspawn already doing damage. Yeah, not the best damage output. Also, my guy is like... Yeah, I'm not that impressed with how we are using air power so far. Maybe we'll have to change to be like using martial moves and then come back to air later whenever the moves get strong. Or maybe we'll just go and become sometime a different cultivator. You don't have to go through air. Alright, let's see if we can absorb him. We cannot, so he must die. Please, go deal with him, Hellspawn. Alright. That's another quest down, and we get a bunch of other stuff. Nothing too good here. And we're leveling up our Hellspawn, which is good. Alright, you should go to the manual pivot and see if they have any more powerful martial arts. Thanks. We will go there now. Can skip to the next month. I think I'll shoot for 45-minute episodes. I know this has been like one long episode, but I think starting the next episode, now that we've kind of seen the way battles go, there'll be a lot of jump cuts, and I'll just be kind of explaining what I've been doing. We have one more mission. It will be to do the monster lair. Let's look at our bounty board. We get some spirit stones and mayor's currency. And we get reputation, which is like your renown if you're using the mountain blade analogy. Do I have any of this stuff that I can already just like turn in? I have 19 of those, which sucks. I could do this one right away, and we'll accept that because we'll get that one done. I like those missions because you tend to get more than you put in to unlock it. But we'll finish our last round of missions, and then we'll call the episode here. And I'll start doing some exploration. Let's see if I can buy anything here. You find a short old man rummaging around through a pile of junk. Seeing you here, he's alarmed and gazes at you. Oops, got discovered. In ancient times, all the things in this world were put everywhere unguarded. Then mortals, depraved, their minds corrupted, and thus, well, it's no use talking about things never understandable to you. Just remember, do not tell that you discovered here to others. So we have a black rank Earth Immortal. Nice old man with roots coming out of his head. And he puts something in front of you. He pulls treasure from a junk pile and then leaves, and he's left us a boatload of money, which is great. Great, great, great. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to buy our key refining pill 2 to break us through the second stage. And let's get ourselves a flying sword. That's our mount. It will make us move faster on the world map, which is going to be very valuable to us. Let's also start buying our prescriptions. And we will go into what those things do in a second. So, in addition to being able to do battles, you can also craft things. That's what a lot of these goods are for. In order to craft and to gather, you need to have these prescriptions. These prescriptions in particular, they're not for crafting. They will basically make it to where whenever you gather stuff, whether it be from a fight or from exploring on the world map, you get more of what you gather. And there's no limit to how many of these you can get, so whenever I see one I don't have that I can learn, I'll generally buy it. Which is kind of how I go through things. Now, in addition to those, let's also sell this cultivation manual we picked up that we are not going to use because we don't know earth stuff, and we'll sell that. But in addition to those, you can also do these workshops in town. And based on where you go, you can do different things. You have forge, you have alchemy, and you have combination. This is how you can generate key and other things. I'm going to try to avoid using these. I'll tell you why later whenever we get our first key thing. But the one that's really interesting is alchemy. Here we can buy the different recipes we need to use to craft things ourselves. So I'm going to just buy this place out of all of their goods here. And we're going to use this stuff to basically make our money with alchemy. Or at least try to. I haven't been able to do it yet. Generally because I never have started with a high alchemy value. You can see I'm at 4. But we're going to try. Nice. And we don't actually have a cauldron. Can I buy one? Oh, these are cool. I want to buy one of those. Fuck, let's buy two. These let you basically just teleport to a town that you've reached, which, when you're in the wilderness, is amazing. Alright. Let's do our last little monster mission, and then we will call this episode here. We need to use our Geomancer to detect where the lair is. And we'll go do it. So, would you like to enter the monster lair? We will explore it. A little bit low on our energy, so let's use some of these to go and get that back. And we'll use one of our elixirs, because we need to save those wind dews for our conflict. Alright, this guy's not going to help us. We got to basically just do it on our own. It's a fun dude. Alright, I think we're going to do a rest after here, so I'm not going to be super savvy on all my resources. I'll tend to use them. Little vine lady dropping some stuff. She's oohing everywhere, like a squid. Like a squid. Can I just, like... Thank you. Don't care too much about the damage we're accruing. Okay. Our TTK on these mobs are like not good at all. It's kind of rough. But maybe we're really good. Well, I can't even say that because we struggle to kill large targets too. Not in love with our move kit here. Not the best. What the fuck is that? Does it have one leg? I just want to see like how it fights. Can it do anything? Am I killing it like a cripple? It's got lightning. This feels like a crime. I mean, it has this like little lightning attack, but... Didn't expect you to defeat the monster. Here's your reward. Take some... Oh, he gave us a manual that we can't use. Is there anything else in here? Oh, that would be pretty cool. Nothing worth fighting him over, though. I will accept. Goodbye, friend. Alright. With that, I think we will end the episode back at town. And, call it here. This region right here, before we move, this is an area on the map. You can see it's marked as Stormvale. That's going to be important later on whenever we need to find key. I'm going to have to go and find a bunch of those areas, and we'll cover what those do once we look to do our breakthrough. But for now, let's come back to town. We were going to quickly rest up at the end, and we're going to call this one here. All right, so with that, this has been the first episode of Tale of Immortal. The next episode we'll probably do a lot of jump cuts. I probably won't show these fights. I'll probably just show like what I'm doing and then bring you guys back whenever we have that happen. But for now, I just want to give you a taste of what the game's like. Well, you can see it's your thing. And who knows, maybe like 10 episodes in, people might want more fights. We'll adjust as we go. But for now, I'm Carlson here. Hope you guys have enjoyed. I'm Sean, this is Blue Screeners, and I'll catch you in the next one. Later.